Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Mountaintop Living, and I'm Dave. Pretty cold here today, roughly 11 degrees when we woke up, and we almost made it to 22 degrees here around noontime. So some of the folks have asked to see a little bit more of the property, what the plan is. Some of you may know that this is a new build for us. So everything that's gotten done here is brand new. This was all forest. And during the build process, I logged it all myself, and that's what we're using to burn in our masonry heater. So this is what we consider the front of the house, even though it's really kind of the back of the house. And as we walk around, you'll kind of get an idea why. But we'll take a little stroll around and we'll show you what we have. So when we first were looking at this property, this is a kind of the valley view that we would get, and this is from the westerly view. And today's not a great day, kind of overcast, but we do plan on taking down a few more trees so that does end up being more visible to us. All right, so here we are down. This is the entrance to our driveway, and you'll notice off to my right here, there's this is where we moved our bees to. So we've got a couple that are doing really great still, and a couple, that's the beekeeping thing. Sometimes they do great, sometimes they don't. Over the course of this last year, building the house, I spent more time building the house than beekeeping. So maybe next year we'll get the bees ramped back up again. And yes, the honey still needs to be extracted for this year. There's probably 150 pounds or so that we still need to take. One of the things that is challenging here is the fact that there's no flat land. So simply cutting firewood, you're constantly working down lower or in a ditch or somewhere. So we're going to have to bring in some fill. We plan on putting a garage directly in front of us, but that means we're going to bring in fill for that also. Part of the reason we love this property is because of the stone outcroppings. we put that down, and that was after having 2 weeks of straight rain. So that sod was extremely heavy, and that was a lot of fun with a buddy of mine's son. He gave us a hand, and 16, 17-year-old young man, and couldn't have done it without him. So we really appreciate that. Thanks, Jake. So some of these trees here are what we're considering taking down. That way we'll have a little bit more of a view off towards the mountains there. This view is really just to give you a perspective on how quickly the property drops off. And when I say there's no flat ground unless you make it, that's the truth. And here we are down over the hill at the first plateau. Like I said, this is new construction. There's still some piles of logs and things to be cleaned up. You can see where I've already dropped a few of these trees that we want to get out for the view. And maybe I can use some of these hemlocks for put them on the sawmill. Get some usable lumber out of them. They're pretty massively tall. And like I said, it drops off right there again. So mountaintop living is no exaggeration here. So this is the view from the deck, and it's a pretty nice view. We really enjoy it. We're pretty much secluded here. Only this time of year is the only time of year that you can see another house. And you don't hear any neighbors. There's no leaf blowers here. It's kind of like a dream come true. So, really appreciate everyone stopping by today. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe and hit the like button. And then you can follow along on our journey and how we finish things up and continue to build this new property.